what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. LSU has been in the market for some defensive tackles. One of them, Damonic Williams. Remember, old boy from, why am I blanking on his name, from Michigan State?
Simeon Barrow.
Simeon Barrow is kind of the one that's more crystal ball to you that you're kind of expected to win. Dominic, I believe, was thought to be like an LSU-Texas battle, but it looks like out of nowhere, even though it took me 5 minutes to figure out what school it was from the Hayes Fawcett graphic, out of nowhere, Dominic Williams committing to Oklahoma. So, the Oklahoma NIL remains very strong because I cannot imagine that Brent Venables is that cool. But Brent Venables, landing Williams, LSU missing on their first big defensive tackle target.
So you have to get Barrow.
You have
like
to.
That is like now it is full court press. It is can't allow him to go anywhere else. It has to be the addition that you have, like all those things. Like it has to be that because Williams was a guy that you wanted to pair with Barrow. Like you wanted to try to get them both. Now you still can get two defensive tackles, but you need the front end guy.
Who's old boy from Monroe? From ULM
Huntington.
That was basically right. Yeah, Huntington.
Right.
That was ranked right with him. And they had said, like, no, we're doing a research, we're in contact, blah, blah, blah. But they were going to kind of let the Dominic and Barrow chips fall where they may. So now this feels like an immediate pivot and all-in pursuit of Huntington.
And look, maybe there's something already in place, and maybe that will be announced here later on. I don't know, because those decisions are coming down the wire now. You're starting to see everyone that was in that second portal window start to commit because, well, you got to. I mean, school's about to be over in your old spot. You got to get to your new spot. Summer workouts start at the end of this month. So those decisions will probably come down today and Monday. You'll start to see them all. But again, whatever you have to do, like it'd be nice to get the piece from ULM, but you got to get Barrow from Michigan State. Whatever you have to do, whatever that NIL deal looks like, you have got to bump it up if you have to.
Now, we looked it up the other day, and the ULM guy basically breaks right next to these cats, right? Like it wasn't some it's not some big drop-off or big difference in terms of how they're thought of. Now, and then he's young as well, right? Wasn't he just was he a freshman and he went all conference?
Williams was the one that
Williams
was
was very young as well. He was a freshman All-American. Then as a sophomore, he was all Big 12. So he's got a couple years left. But for some reason, I thought Huntington was as well. Taylor, surely you know.
Yeah, so he played in.
He was a senior? Okay, never mind. I had my streams crossed a bit. Taylor, I could see you biting back a take during that conversation. Do you have some pepper that you want to add?
No, I mean, Oklahoma for Dominic Williams actually was the early favorite.
Okay.
Early. Like, I think that was his first visit when he left TCU. Then when he went to LSU in Texas, everybody's like, hey, these are schools that could compete in the playoff. You know, these teams are ready. You're going to go in and start day one. So that's kind of where that came from. And I guess it was like, hey, I'm going to go back to Oklahoma. Like, that was his first visit. So
I don't know how much this means, but Simeon Barrow Jr. yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, when we had this conversation, he was 100% to LSU, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. What's it at now?
Miami, 95.9%. LSU,
so,
4.1%.
I did read a couple days ago in one of Shay's recruiting tidbit pieces that Miami was coming in with the big bag. So, couple of tough losses. If you indeed do end up losing both those, couple of tough losses for Bo Davis and company, as he had a chance to gain some both functional and symbolic wins there because early on.
Yeah, it's getting kind of slim pickings here.
Huntington, you're our only hope.
Because, I mean, you got a slew of Michigan State defensive tackles, actually 3 from Michigan State. CJ West has already moved on. So if you don't get Barrow Jr., which, again, you never know, like, because Crystal Ball had LSU 100%. Now it's Miami 95%. But you wanted two, T, and if you get one and you kind of limp into the one that you get, that ain't great.
That ain't great. So that's a little disconcerting. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.